Tonight, we're leaving behind busy streets, glowing screens, and the endless list of things waiting for tomorrow. Instead, we're traveling somewhere unimaginably vast, a place so enormous that every ocean, mountain, city, and person you've ever known fits inside a tiny blue dot floating in endless darkness. Outer space has fascinated humanity for thousands of years. Ancient civilizations looked upward and imagined gods, dragons, heroes, and heavenly rivers stretching across the night sky. Today, powerful telescopes reveal a universe even stranger than our ancestors could have dreamed. As you settle comfortably into bed, allow your breathing to slow. There is nothing you need to solve tonight. No exams, no emails, no deadlines, only the quiet rhythm of the cosmos. Throughout this journey, we'll gently explore 100 peaceful facts about outer space. Some are astonishing, some mysterious, and some wonderfully relaxing. Together they'll remind us just how beautiful and surprisingly calming the universe can be. So dim the lights, get comfortable, take one slow breath in, and let your thoughts drift among the stars. Fact 1. Space isn't completely empty. When most people imagine outer space, they picture perfect emptiness. A vast black ocean with absolutely nothing inside it. Surprisingly, that's not entirely true. Even the emptiest regions of space contain tiny particles drifting through the darkness. These particles are often individual atoms of hydrogen or helium, spread incredibly far apart. In fact, a single cubic centimeter of interstellar space may contain only one atom. That sounds lonely, and it truly is. Here on Earth, the air around you contains billions upon billions of molecules in that same tiny volume. Space is so empty that if Earth were magically removed, nearby particles might continue floating for millions of years before bumping into anything at all. Yet these lonely atoms slowly gather under gravity over immense stretches of time, eventually forming glowing nebulae, brilliant stars, and even entire solar systems. So while space feels empty, it quietly holds the ingredients for everything we see in the universe. Even silence, it seems, can be full of possibilities. Fact 2. The night sky is a time machine. Every star above you is showing the past. Light, although incredibly fast, does not travel instantly. It moves at nearly 300,000 kilometers every second, an astonishing speed, yet the universe is so unimaginably large that even light needs time to cross it. When you look at the moon, you're seeing it as it appeared about 1.25 seconds ago. The sun appears as it looked roughly 8 minutes in the past. Many familiar stars are dozens, hundreds, or even thousands of light years away. Their light began its journey before many of today's cities existed. Some of the faint galaxies visible through powerful telescopes are so distant that their light started traveling toward Earth billions of years before our planet even formed. Every glance into the night sky is therefore a gentle journey backward through history. Without moving at all, you're quietly looking into the ancient universe. Fact 3. Our sun is just an average star. The sun feels extraordinary because it lights our days, warms our planet, and makes life possible. Yet among the hundreds of billions of stars in the Milky Way, our sun is surprisingly ordinary. Astronomers classify it as a yellow dwarf, a medium-sized star with neither exceptional brightness nor unusual size. Some stars are hundreds of times larger, stretching beyond the orbit of Jupiter if placed where our sun sits today. Others are tiny red dwarfs, slowly burning for trillions of years. The sun has quietly shined for about 4.5 billion years and will likely continue doing so for another 5 billion years. Every sunrise you've ever witnessed is part of an incredibly long story. one that began long before humanity and will continue long after today's civilizations become history. There's something deeply comforting about knowing our dependable star is simply doing what countless stars across the universe have always done, steadily shining. Fact 4. There are more stars than grains of sand. Imagine holding a handful of beach sand. Hundreds of tiny grains slip gently between your fingers. Now picture every beach on Earth, every desert, every stretch of coastline. Scientists estimate there are roughly 7 quintillion grains of sand on our planet. That's an almost impossible number to imagine. Yet the observable universe likely contains far more stars than that. Current estimates suggest there may be around 200 sextillion stars scattered across the cosmos. Every tiny point of light represents another sun, many with their own families of planets. Somewhere around some of those distant stars, moons circle peacefully, clouds drift across alien skies, and perhaps oceans quietly reflect unfamiliar constellations. The universe is not just large, it is extravagantly, overwhelmingly abundant. The night sky above us is only the smallest glimpse of this breathtaking cosmic collection. Fact 5. The Milky Way is constantly moving. Although the stars seem perfectly still each night, almost everything in the universe is moving. Earth rotates once every 24 hours while orbiting the Sun at about 107,000 kilometers per hour. The Sun itself travels around the center of the Milky Way at roughly 800,000 kilometers per hour. Our galaxy is also moving through space alongside dozens of neighboring galaxies, all gently influenced by gravity over unimaginable distances. Yet despite these astonishing speeds, we notice none of it. Our journey through space is perfectly smooth, much like sitting comfortably inside a quietly gliding airplane. Right now, as you relax in bed, you're already traveling through the universe faster than most racing cars could ever dream. Without making any effort at all, you're peacefully riding aboard a tiny blue planet on one of the greatest voyages imaginable. Fact 6. The moon is slowly drifting away. Our nearest celestial companion feels constant, as though it has always occupied exactly the same place in the sky. Yet the moon is quietly drifting away from Earth. Every single year, it moves about 3.8 centimeters farther from our planet, roughly the speed at which your fingernails grow. This gentle journey is caused by the powerful dance of gravity between Earth and the moon. As ocean tides rise and fall, they transfer a tiny amount of Earth's rotational energy to the moon, giving it just enough momentum to slowly widen its orbit. 4 billion years ago, the moon appeared much larger in the sky than it does today, and tides were dramatically stronger. Millions of years into the future observers, if any are here, will see a slightly smaller moon overhead. Fortunately, this change happens so slowly that no human lifetime could ever notice it. Tonight, as moonlight quietly shines across forests, oceans, rooftops, and peaceful bedrooms, it remains one of Earth's most faithful companions, continuing its gentle journey through space. Fact 7. The Milky Way has spiral arms. If you could somehow travel millions of light years away and look back toward our home galaxy, you wouldn't see a simple glowing disk. Instead, you'd find an elegant spiral with graceful arms winding outward from a bright central bulge. These spiral arms are filled with clouds of gas, dust, newborn stars, and glowing nebulae. Our own solar system lives inside one of the smaller spiral branches called the Orion Arm. From our position deep within the galaxy, it's impossible to photograph the Milky Way from the outside because we're part of it. Imagine trying to photograph an entire forest while standing among the trees. Every star you can see on a clear night belongs to this enormous spiral city of stars. It takes our sun about 230 million years to complete one orbit around the galactic center. Since dinosaurs disappeared around 66 million years ago, our solar system has traveled only a small part of one galactic year. The Milky Way continues its slow, majestic rotation, almost like a cosmic pinwheel turning silently in the darkness. Fact 8. Space has no up or down. Here on Earth, we naturally know which way is up and which way is down because gravity gently pulls us toward the ground beneath our feet. In outer space, however, those familiar directions lose their meaning. Astronauts floating aboard spacecraft can rotate effortlessly in every direction without feeling upside down. One person's ceiling becomes another person's floor. Inside the International Space Station, people often sleep on walls, ceilings, or anywhere they choose because every surface is equally convenient. Imagine closing your eyes and slowly drifting through a quiet room where every direction feels the same. There is no need to stand or sit. There is simply peaceful floating. This freedom from up and down reminds us that many ideas we consider permanent are actually shaped by the world we happen to live on. Beyond Earth, orientation becomes wonderfully flexible, and the universe feels just a little more magical. Fact 9. Nebulae are stellar nurseries. Among the most beautiful sights in the universe are enormous clouds called nebulae. These vast regions of gas and dust can stretch for hundreds of light years, glowing softly with shades of pink, blue, purple, and gold. Their colors come from energized gases illuminated by nearby stars. While many nebulae appear calm and delicate, they are actually places of incredible activity. Deep within these clouds, gravity slowly gathers tiny particles together over millions of years. As more material accumulates, dense pockets begin to collapse, eventually becoming newborn stars. In time, planets may form around these young suns, and perhaps one day life may emerge somewhere among them. Looking at a nebula is like witnessing the earliest chapter in a cosmic story. These giant clouds are not simply decorations scattered across space. They are the universe's quiet workshops, patiently creating the next generation of stars that will illuminate future skies. Fact 10. Every atom in your body came from ancient stars. Take a slow breath and consider something remarkable. Nearly every atom inside your body was created long before Earth even existed. The hydrogen atoms in your body formed shortly after the Big Bang. The carbon that makes life possible, the oxygen you breathe, the calcium in your bones, and the iron flowing through your blood were forged inside ancient stars through nuclear fusion. When those stars reached the ends of their lives, many exploded as magnificent supernovae, scattering these newly formed elements across space. Over countless millions of years, those atoms drifted through giant clouds of gas and dust until they became part of new stars, planets, oceans, mountains, trees, animals, and eventually you. In a very real sense, every person is made from recycled stardust. It's a poetic idea, but it's also scientifically true. As you rest tonight beneath the same stars that continue this endless cycle, you are connected to the universe in the most literal way imaginable. The cosmos is not somewhere far away. It lives within every heartbeat, every breath, and every quiet moment of your existence. Fact 11. Black holes are surprisingly quiet. Black holes are often imagined as violent cosmic monsters, endlessly swallowing everything around them. While they are incredibly powerful, most black holes spend much of their existence in remarkable silence. A black hole itself produces no light because its gravity is so strong that even light cannot escape once it crosses the event horizon. If there is no nearby gas, dust, or stars falling inward, a black hole can drift unnoticed through the galaxy for millions of years. It becomes almost invisible against the darkness of space. Astronomers usually discover black holes not by seeing the black hole itself, but by observing how nearby stars orbit something unseen or by detecting glowing materials spiraling into it. In the vastness of the universe, many black holes may simply be traveling quietly through the darkness, hidden from view. Their presence reminds us that some of the most extraordinary objects in existence reveal themselves only through the gentle influence they have on everything around them. Fact 12. Saturn could float on water. Saturn is famous for its magnificent rings, but it also holds one of the most surprising facts in our solar system. Although Saturn is enormous, more than 9 times wider than Earth, it is made mostly of hydrogen and helium gases. Because of this composition, its average density is actually lower than that of water. In theory, if you could somehow create an unimaginably large ocean, large enough to hold an entire planet, Saturn would float instead of sink. Of course, such an ocean could never exist, making this thought experiment purely imaginary. Even so, the idea paints a delightful picture of the giant ringed world gently bobbing on an endless sea. Saturn's golden clouds, powerful storms, and graceful rings make it one of the most beautiful sights in our cosmic neighborhood. Sometimes the universe surprises us not with impossible mysteries, but with facts that sound like something from a bedtime story. Fact 13. A day on Venus is longer than its year. Most planets spin quickly enough that a single day is much shorter than the time needed to orbit the sun. Venus, however, follows its own unusual rhythm. One complete rotation of Venus takes about 243 Earth days, while one trip around the sun requires only about 225 Earth days. That means a single day on Venus lasts longer than an entire Venusian year. Even more strangely, Venus rotates in the opposite direction compared to most planets in the solar system. If you could somehow stand safely above its thick clouds, you would see the sun rise in the west and set in the east. Venus itself is far too hot for visitors, with surface temperatures hot enough to melt lead. Yet beneath its harsh conditions lies one of the solar system's most fascinating examples of how wonderfully different each world can be. Every planet has its own pace, and Venus teaches us that time itself can feel very different elsewhere in the cosmos. Fact 14. Comets carry ancient ice. Long before Earth became home to forests, oceans, and people, countless icy objects were already drifting through the outer reaches of the solar system. These are comets, often described as frozen time capsules from the birth of our planetary family over 4.5 billion years ago. Most comets spend millions of years in the cold darkness, far beyond the orbit of Neptune. When gravity gently nudges one toward the sun, its frozen surface begins to warm. Ice transforms directly into gas, carrying dust into space and creating the magnificent glowing tail that stretches for millions of kilometers. Interestingly, the comet's tail always points away from the sun because of sunlight and the solar wind. Every bright comet that appears in our sky is making an extraordinary journey that began billions of years ago. Watching one is like receiving a peaceful visit from one of the oldest travelers in our solar system. Fact 15. The universe is always expanding. Perhaps the most calming thought about the universe is that it is never standing still. Since the Big Bang roughly 13.8 billion years ago, space itself has been expanding in every direction. Galaxies are not simply flying through empty space like airplanes through the sky. Instead, the very fabric of space between distant galaxies is gradually stretching. Imagine placing tiny dots on the surface of an inflating balloon. As the balloon grows, every dot slowly moves farther away from every other, even though none of them is actively crawling across the surface. The universe behaves in a similar way on the largest scales. This expansion continues today and, according to current evidence, is even accelerating. The stars above us may seem perfectly still, but the cosmos is quietly growing larger every single second. As you relax beneath the night sky, you're part of a universe that has been gently unfolding for billions of years and continues its peaceful expansion even now. Fact 16. Jupiter is a giant shield for our solar system. Jupiter is the largest planet in our solar system, so massive that more than 1,300 Earths could fit inside it. But beyond its impressive size, Jupiter quietly plays an important role. Its enormous gravity influences countless asteroids and comets traveling through the solar system. Some of these wandering objects are pulled into new orbits, while others collide directly with Jupiter instead of continuing inward. In 1994, astronomers watched fragments of comet Shoemaker, Levy 9, crash into Jupiter, leaving dark scars larger than Earth itself. Events like this remind scientists that Jupiter can intercept some incoming objects that might otherwise travel closer to the inner planets. It is not a perfect shield. Its gravity can also redirect objects in ways that increase risk, but overall, Jupiter has profoundly shaped the architecture of our solar system over billions of years. As it slowly circles the Sun, this giant world continues its quiet gravitational dance, helping sculpt the cosmic neighborhood we call home. Fact 17. The Sun has a gentle solar wind. Although the space between planets appears empty, it is constantly filled with a stream of tiny charged particles flowing outward from the Sun. This invisible stream is called the solar wind. It travels at incredible speeds, carrying energy far beyond the orbit of Pluto and forming a vast protective bubble around our solar system known as the heliosphere. Most of the time, the solar wind passes by Earth without us noticing because our planet's magnetic field safely guides many of these particles around us. Occasionally, however, some particles become trapped near Earth's poles, where they interact with the atmosphere and create the breathtaking auroras, the northern and southern lights. These shimmering curtains of green, pink, and purple are visible reminders that even empty space is quietly alive with motion. Every second of every day, the Sun sends this gentle cosmic breeze outward, connecting every planet in the solar system through an invisible river of energy. Fact 18. Mercury has ice despite being closest to the Sun. Mercury is the closest planet to the Sun, where daytime temperatures can soar above 430 degrees Celsius. At first glance, it seems impossible that ice could exist there. Yet hidden within deep craters near Mercury's north and south poles are deposits of frozen water. These craters are so deep that sunlight never reaches their floors. Without direct sunlight, temperatures remain permanently cold enough for ice to survive for millions or perhaps billions of years. Radar observations and spacecraft missions have confirmed these icy regions, revealing an unexpected contrast between blistering heat and enduring cold on the same small planet. Mercury reminds us that appearances can be deceiving. Even the hottest places may hold quiet pockets of frozen stillness, tucked safely away in permanent shadow. The universe often rewards those who look a little more closely. Fact 19. Some stars shine blue, others glow red. When we picture stars, We often imagine tiny white dots scattered across the night sky. In reality, stars come in many beautiful colors, each revealing something about their temperature. Blue stars are among the hottest, with surface temperatures exceeding 20,000 degrees Celsius. White stars are also extremely hot, while our sun shines with a soft yellow-white glow at about 5,500 degrees Celsius. Cooler stars appear orange or deep red, radiating a warm and gentle light. On a clear night, if you look carefully, you can sometimes notice these subtle color differences with your own eyes. The bright star Betelgeuse, for example, has a reddish hue, while Rigel glows bluish-white. These colors transform the night sky into a vast gallery of celestial jewels, each one quietly burning according to its own unique nature. Together, they paint the universe with a palette far richer than simple points of white light. Fact 20. One day, the stars you see will change. The constellations above us appear timeless. For thousands of years, people have recognized familiar patterns such as Orion, Ursa Major, and Cassiopeia. Yet these shapes are only temporary. Every star in the Milky Way is moving through space along its own path. Because these movements happen incredibly slowly, the constellations look almost unchanged during a human lifetime. But if you could fast forward tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of years, the familiar patterns would gradually stretch, twist, and transform into entirely new shapes. Future generations, living in a distant age, would look up and see a sky both familiar and wonderfully different. The night sky is not a frozen picture. It is a living masterpiece that evolves at a pace so gentle it escapes our everyday notice. As you drift towards sleep tonight, remember that even the stars are quietly traveling, carrying the universe forward one peaceful moment at a time. Fact 21. The Milky Way and Andromeda are slowly approaching each other. On a clear night, far beyond the stars visible to your eyes, another magnificent galaxy is quietly making its way toward us. This is the Andromeda Galaxy, our nearest large galactic neighbor. It lies about 2.5 million light-years away, so the light reaching Earth tonight began its journey long before humans existed. Although that distance is almost impossible to imagine, gravity is gently pulling Andromeda and the Milky Way closer together. They are approaching one another at roughly 110 kilometers every second. Even at that incredible speed, the two galaxies will not meet for about 4.5 billion years. When they finally do, it will not be a violent crash like cars colliding on a highway. Instead, the galaxies will slowly pass through each other over millions of years. Most stars are separated by such enormous distances that very few, if any, will actually collide. The night skies of future worlds may become breathtakingly bright as billions of stars fill the heavens. It will be one of the grandest events in cosmic history, unfolding so slowly that it resembles an elegant celestial dance. Fact 22. There are invisible rivers of dust between the stars. When we think of space, we often imagine perfect darkness stretching endlessly in every direction. Yet between many stars drift enormous clouds of tiny dust particles. These grains are much smaller than the dust floating through your home, but together they form vast cosmic rivers that stretch across hundreds of light years. This interstellar dust is made from elements like carbon, silicon, oxygen, and iron, materials forged inside ancient stars. As starlight passes through these dusty regions, some colors are absorbed while others continue onward, giving distant nebulae their soft, mysterious appearance. These quiet clouds also provide the raw ingredients for future planets, moons, and perhaps even life itself. Every rocky world begins as countless tiny particles gently gathering together under gravity. What appears to be empty darkness is actually filled with the building blocks of tomorrow's solar systems, patiently waiting for time to do its work. Fact 23. Space smells different than Earth. Astronauts cannot smell outer space directly because they always wear protective helmets during spacewalks. However, after returning inside their spacecraft and removing their suits, many have noticed a distinctive scent clinging to the equipment. They have described it in different ways, comparing it to hot metal, welding fumes, burnt steak, gunpowder, or even ozone after a thunderstorm. Scientists believe this unusual smell comes from chemical reactions involving highly energetic particles and atoms that interact with the spacecraft's surface while it is exposed to the vacuum of space. Once the astronauts return to the oxygen-rich environment inside the spacecraft, these compounds become noticeable. Although no one can simply breathe the vacuum of space, this curious aroma offers a small reminder that even the emptiness beyond Earth has its own unique character. The universe continues to surprise us through senses we rarely associate with the stars. Fact 24. The largest volcano in the solar system is on Mars. When most people think of volcanoes, they picture mountains like Mount Fuji or Mount Etna rising above Earth's landscape. Yet neither comes close to the immense scale of Olympus Mons on Mars. This colossal shield volcano stands about 22 kilometers high, nearly 3 times taller than Mount Everest when measured from sea level. Its base stretches approximately 600 kilometers across, making it wider than many entire countries. Because Mars has lower gravity and lacks the moving tectonic plates found on Earth, lava repeatedly erupted from the same location over countless millions of years, allowing this giant volcano to grow to extraordinary proportions. If you were standing on its gentle slopes, you might not even realize you were climbing a volcano because the incline is so gradual. Olympus Mons reminds us that the solar system is home to landscapes that exceed even our boldest imaginations, quietly waiting beneath distant alien skies. Fact 25. Every sunset on Earth is a gift of our atmosphere. From space, astronauts often describe Earth as a brilliant blue jewel wrapped in a thin, delicate layer of atmosphere. That transparent blanket of air is responsible for one of our planet's most peaceful daily experiences, the sunset. As the sun sinks toward the horizon, its light travels through more of Earth's atmosphere than it does at midday. Tiny molecules scatter shorter blue wavelengths in every direction, allowing the warmer reds, oranges, and golds to dominate the sky. Without an atmosphere, the sky would remain black even during daylight, and sunsets would happen almost instantly. Instead, Earth offers us a slow, colorful farewell each evening, a gentle transition from day into night. Every sunset is a quiet reminder that our world is uniquely suited for beauty as well as life. As darkness settles and the first stars begin to appear, the universe invites us once again to look upward, breathe deeply, and remember that we are living on a remarkable little planet surrounded by an endless sea of stars. Fact 26. Neutron stars are among the densest objects in the universe. When a very massive star reaches the end of its life, it may explode in a brilliant supernova, scattering its outer layers across space. What remains can become a neutron star, one of the strangest objects known to science. Although a typical neutron star is only about 20 kilometers across, it can contain more mass than our entire sunday. The matter inside is packed so tightly that a single teaspoon of neutron star material would weigh around 1 billion tons on Earth. Gravity there is unimaginably strong, bending space and time around the star itself. Despite their incredible density, many neutron stars quietly spin through the darkness, invisible unless they emit beams of radiation. They are tiny compared to ordinary stars, yet they rank among the most powerful and fascinating objects in the cosmos. It is astonishing that something no larger than a city can possess such extraordinary weight. Fact 27. Pulsars are the universe's most reliable lighthouses. Some neutron stars behave in an especially remarkable way. As they rotate, they emit narrow beams of radio waves, X-rays, or other forms of energy from their magnetic poles. If one of these beams happens to sweep across Earth, astronomers detect a perfectly timed pulse, almost like the flash of a distant lighthouse. These objects are called pulsars. Some spin only once every few seconds, while others, known as millisecond pulsars, rotate hundreds of times every second. Their timing is so incredibly precise that certain pulsars rival the accuracy of the finest atomic clocks on Earth. Across the vast silence of space, they continue their rhythmic signals for millions of years. Imagine a cosmic heartbeat echoing steadily through the galaxy, never rushing, never slowing, quietly marking the passage of time on a scale far beyond human history. In a universe full of mystery, pulsars provide a comforting sense of order. Fact 28. Uranus spins on its side. Most planets spin like tops, with their axes standing more or less upright as they orbit the sun. Uranus, however, is wonderfully different. It is tilted by about 98 degrees, meaning it essentially rolls around the sun on its side. Scientists think this unusual orientation may have resulted from a massive collision early in the solar system's history, when a large protoplanet struck Uranus billions of years ago. Because of this extreme tilt, each pole experiences around 42 years of continuous sunlight, followed by approximately 42 years of continuous darkness before the seasons reverse. Imagine living somewhere where the sun never sets for decades, only to disappear for another lifetime. Uranus reminds us that even among neighboring planets, nature can produce astonishing variety. Every world has its own story, shaped by ancient events that unfolded long before Earth became home to life. Fact 29. There are planets that wander alone. When we picture planets, we naturally imagine them circling bright stars, just as Earth orbits the sun. Yet astronomers have discovered that not every planet has a parent star. Some worlds drift freely through the Milky Way without orbiting any sun at all. These are known as rogue planets, or free-floating planets. Many were probably born within ordinary solar systems before powerful gravitational interactions eventually ejected them into interstellar space. Others may have formed independently from collapsing clouds of gas. These lonely worlds travel through the darkness for millions or even billions of years, illuminated only by distant starlight. If you could stand on one, assuming it had a solid surface, the night sky would be unimaginably dark, filled with countless distant stars, but no nearby sun to provide warmth or daylight. They are silent travelers, wandering the galaxy without a permanent home, reminding us how diverse and mysterious the universe truly is. Fact 30. Our solar system is orbiting the center of the Milky Way. It is easy to think of the solar system as sitting peacefully in one place while the planets orbit the sun. In reality, our entire solar system is also moving through the galaxy. The sun, along with Earth and every other planet, travels around the center of the Milky Way at an incredible speed of roughly 800,000 kilometers per hour. Even at that astonishing pace, The galaxy is so immense that one complete orbit takes about 230 million Earth years. The last time our solar system occupied this exact position in the galaxy, dinosaurs had not yet appeared on Earth. Since then, continents have shifted, mountains have risen, species have evolved, and humanity has emerged, all while our tiny corner of the universe continued its quiet journey around the galactic center. Tonight, as you lie comfortably at rest, you are also traveling through the Milky Way on one of the longest and most peaceful voyages imaginable. Fact 31. The sun sings a silent song. Our sun appears calm from Earth, glowing steadily day after day. But beneath its bright surface, it is constantly vibrating. Powerful waves of pressure ripple throughout the sun, causing it to gently expand and contract in countless patterns. These vibrations create sound waves, much like the ringing of a giant bell. However, because space is a vacuum, these sounds cannot travel to Earth through the emptiness between the planets. Scientists study these vibrations using a field called helioseismology, which allows them to learn about the sun's hidden interior. By measuring the tiny movements of the sun's surface, they can estimate its internal structure and behavior. If the sounds could somehow travel through space and be shifted into a range our ears could hear, the sun would produce a deep, continuous chorus. Even though we will never hear it naturally, our nearest star has been quietly singing its silent song for billions of years, filling itself with rhythms that only science has learned to understand. Fact 32. Pluto is smaller than Earth's moon. For many years, children learned that Pluto was the 9th planet of the solar system. Today, Pluto is officially classified as a dwarf planet, but it remains one of the most fascinating worlds ever discovered. One surprising fact is that Pluto is actually smaller than Earth's moon. Pluto measures about 2,377 kilometers across, while the moon is about 3,474 kilometers in diameter. Despite its modest size, Pluto has mountains made of water ice, vast frozen plains of nitrogen, and a thin atmosphere that expands and contracts as it travels around the sun. Because it orbits so far away, sunlight reaching Pluto is about 1,600 times dimmer than what we experience on Earth. Yet even at that incredible distance, the sun still shines as the brightest object in Pluto's sky. Tiny though it may be, Pluto reminds us that even the smallest worlds can hold extraordinary beauty. Fact 33. Some galaxies are shaped like spirals, others like giant balls. When we imagine galaxies, we often picture elegant spirals like the Milky Way, with graceful arms winding around a bright center. While spiral galaxies are indeed beautiful, they are only one of several shapes found throughout the universe. Some galaxies are elliptical, appearing as enormous glowing balls filled with older stars and very little gas or dust. Others are irregular galaxies, lacking any obvious structure and looking almost as though they were painted freely across the cosmos. These unusual shapes often result from gravitational encounters with neighboring galaxies. Over billions of years, galaxies can stretch, twist, merge, and reshape one another through slow cosmic interactions. Every galaxy has its own unique appearance, history, and collection of stars. Together, they form an astonishing variety of celestial cities scattered across the expanding universe. Fact 34. The International Space Station orbits Earth every 90 minutes. High above our planet, the International Space Station circles Earth at an altitude of about 400 kilometers. Traveling at roughly 28,000 kilometers per hour, it completes one full orbit approximately every 90 minutes. That means astronauts aboard the station witness around 16 sunrises and 16 sunsets every single Earth day. Imagine watching the darkness of night slowly give way to brilliant daylight, only to see another sunset just an hour and a half later. From the station's windows, Earth appears peaceful and breathtaking, with glowing cities at night, swirling clouds over the oceans, and brilliant blue coastlines stretching across entire continents. Many astronauts have said that seeing Earth from space changes the way they think about our world. Borders disappear, and the planet looks like one beautiful, interconnected home floating quietly in the endless blackness of space. Fact 35. Somewhere in the universe, another sunset is happening right now. As you settle comfortably into bed, somewhere else in the universe another world may be ending its day. Around distant stars, countless planets orbit in silence. Some may be frozen landscapes beneath pale skies, while others could be warm worlds with thick clouds, sparkling oceans, or towering mountains unlike anything on Earth. At this very moment, the light of another sun may be dipping below an alien horizon. Long shadows may be stretching across unfamiliar valleys. Gentle winds, if they exist, may be whispering across strange landscapes beneath constellations no human has ever seen. We do not yet know whether life exists on any of these distant worlds, but we know the universe contains an astonishing number of planets. Every second, somewhere across the cosmos, another sunrise begins, another sunset fades, and another peaceful night quietly unfolds. It is a comforting thought that while we prepare for sleep beneath our familiar sky, the grand rhythm of day and night continues across the vast universe, connecting countless worlds in an endless cosmic dance. Fact 36. There are oceans hidden beneath the ice. When we imagine oceans, we naturally think of Earth's blue seas stretching to the horizon. Yet some of the most fascinating oceans in our solar system may be completely hidden beneath thick layers of ice. Jupiter's moon Europa is believed to contain a global ocean beneath its frozen surface, and scientists think this ocean may hold more water than all of Earth's oceans combined. Saturn's moon Enceladus also hides a liquid ocean below its icy crust. Giant geysers of water vapor and ice particles erupt through cracks near its south pole, spraying material hundreds of kilometers into space. These discoveries have transformed the way scientists think about where life might exist. Even in places that appear cold and lifeless from the outside, warm oceans may quietly flow beneath the surface, protected by thick blankets of ice. Somewhere in those hidden waters, simple forms of life may one day be discovered. Until then, these secret oceans remain among the solar system's most peaceful mysteries. Fact 37. The darkest places in the universe are truly black. On Earth, complete darkness is surprisingly rare. Moonlight, city lights, stars, or even the faint glow of the atmosphere usually brighten the night just a little. In deep space, however, there are places where darkness reaches an entirely different level. Far from stars and glowing nebulae, enormous regions of space are illuminated only by the faintest traces of distant galaxies. Looking into these cosmic voids would reveal a darkness so profound that it would seem almost endless. Yet even there, space is never completely empty. Tiny particles drift quietly through the void, while invisible radiation from the Big Bang gently fills the universe. The deepest darkness is not frightening. It is peaceful, calm, and unimaginably still. It reminds us that silence and emptiness can possess a beauty all their own. Fact 38. The Milky Way has a giant black hole at its center. At the very heart of our galaxy lies one of its greatest mysteries, a supermassive black hole known as Sagittarius A star. Although it contains about 4 million times the mass of our Sun, it occupies a surprisingly small region compared with the vast size of the Milky Way. Fortunately, it is located around 26,000 light-years away from Earth, making it no threat to our solar system. Billions of stars, including our own Sun, orbit the center of the galaxy under its powerful gravitational influence. Astronomers cannot see the black hole directly, but by carefully observing the paths of nearby stars, they have confirmed its existence with remarkable precision. In 2022, scientists even revealed the first image of the glowing material surrounding Sagittarius A asterisk, offering humanity its first glimpse of the hidden heart of our galaxy. Quietly, invisibly, this giant continues its ancient watch over the Milky Way. Fact 39. Rain falls on other worlds too. Rain is not unique to Earth, although it takes very different forms elsewhere in the solar system. On Saturn's largest moon, Titan, methane and ethane play a role similar to water on Earth. There, methane clouds gather in the sky before releasing gentle methane rain that fills rivers, lakes, and even vast seas. On Venus, clouds contain droplets of sulfuric acid, though the intense heat causes most of this rain to evaporate before reaching the ground. Far beyond our solar system, astronomers have discovered giant planets where temperatures are so extreme that scientists think molten glass may fall through the atmosphere, driven sideways by powerful winds. Each world follows its own weather patterns, shaped by its unique environment. While Earth's gentle water rain nourishes forests and oceans, the universe reminds us that nature is wonderfully creative, producing weather unlike anything we experience at home. Fact 40. Every star you see is on its own journey. When you look up at the night sky, the stars seem perfectly still, as though they have been carefully placed in exactly the right positions. In reality, every one of those stars is moving through the Milky Way at its own speed and in its own direction. Some travel alongside neighboring stars, while others follow completely different paths. Their motions are so gradual that the sky appears unchanged during a human lifetime, giving us the comforting illusion of permanence. Yet over millions of years, the familiar constellations slowly transform as each star continues its long voyage around the galaxy. Our own Sun is one of those travelers, carrying Earth and all the planets with it through the vast spiral arms of the Milky Way. Tonight, while you rest peacefully beneath the stars, remember that they are not standing still. They are fellow travelers on an ancient journey, quietly crossing the galaxy together in the endless calm of the universe. Fact 41. The first light in the universe is still all around us. Long before the first stars began to shine, the universe was filled with a soft glow left behind by the Big Bang. As the young universe expanded and cooled, this ancient light began its incredible journey across space. Today, nearly 13.8 billion years later, that same light still exists. It has stretched into microwave wavelengths and is known as the cosmic microwave background. It surrounds us in every direction, like a faint afterglow from the universe's earliest moments. Powerful telescopes can detect this ancient radiation, allowing astronomers to study what the cosmos looked like when it was only about 380,000 years old. Imagine receiving a message that has been traveling for almost the entire history of existence. Every direction you look in the sky contains this gentle whisper from the beginning of time, quietly reminding us that the universe still carries memories of its own birth. Fact 42. Some moons are more active than planets. When we hear the word moon, we often imagine a quiet, rocky world like Earth's moon. But many moons throughout the solar system are surprisingly dynamic. Jupiter's moon Io is the most volcanically active object known, with hundreds of volcanoes constantly reshaping its colorful surface. Nearby Europa hides a vast ocean beneath its icy shell. Saturn's moon Enceladus sprays enormous fountains of water vapor into space, while Titan has rivers, lakes, and rain made of liquid methane. Together, these moons demonstrate that small worlds can be every bit as fascinating as full-sized planets. Some may even offer better conditions for simple life than certain planets do. Far from being mere companions, these moons are remarkable destinations with their own unique landscapes, weather, and mysteries. They quietly remind us that extraordinary places come in all sizes. Fact 43. A spacecraft has already left our solar system. Humanity has built many incredible machines, but only a handful have traveled beyond the edge of our solar system. One of the most famous is Voyager 1, launched in 1977. After visiting Jupiter and Saturn, it continued outward on a journey unlike any other spacecraft. Today, Voyager 1 has crossed into interstellar space, the vast region between the stars. Even though it travels at more than 60,000 kilometers per hour, the distances involved are so enormous that it will take tens of thousands of years to pass anywhere near another star. On board is a golden record containing sounds, music, greetings, and images from Earth. A small time capsule created in case another intelligent civilization ever discovers it. As it drifts through the darkness, Voyager 1 carries a tiny piece of humanity into the endless sea of the Milky Way, continuing its silent voyage long after the people who built it are gone. Fact 44. The universe is filled with invisible matter. Everything we can see, stars, planets, galaxies, clouds, and people, makes up only a small fraction of the universe. Astronomers have discovered that most of the matter in the cosmos is invisible. This mysterious substance is called dark matter. It does not produce light, reflect light, or absorb light in ways our telescopes can detect. Instead, scientists know it exists because of its powerful gravitational effects. Galaxies rotate too quickly to stay together based only on the visible matter they contain. Something unseen is providing extra gravity, helping hold them together. Although researchers still do not know exactly what dark matter is made of, they estimate that it makes up far more of the universe than ordinary matter does. It is a gentle reminder that even after centuries of exploration, much of the universe remains wonderfully mysterious, patiently waiting to reveal its secrets. Fact 45. Every breath connects you to the cosmos. As you take a slow, comfortable breath, it's worth remembering that the oxygen entering your lungs has an extraordinary history. Billions of years ago, the atoms that now sustain your life were forged inside ancient stars through nuclear fusion. When those stars reached the ends of their lives, many exploded as spectacular supernovae, scattering their elements across the galaxy. Over immense stretches of time, those atoms became part of new clouds of gas, then new stars, new planets, and eventually Earth itself. They found their way into oceans, forests, mountains, and finally into every living creature. The same atoms have likely passed through countless plants, animals, and perhaps even dinosaurs before becoming part of you today. Each quiet breath is a gentle reminder that you are not separate from the universe. You are one small, beautiful chapter in an endless cosmic story, a story written in stardust, carried through time, and still unfolding beneath the peaceful night sky. Fact 46. Gravity travels across the universe. Gravity feels immediate here on Earth. If you drop a leaf, it gently falls to the ground without delay. But across the universe, gravity does not act instantaneously. Like light, changes in gravity travel at the speed of light. When two massive objects, such as black holes or neutron stars, orbit each other, they create tiny ripples in the fabric of space and time itself. These ripples are called gravitational waves. In 2015, scientists detected these waves for the very first time, confirming a prediction Albert Einstein had made a century earlier. By measuring unimaginably small changes, thousands of times smaller than the width of a proton, astronomers opened an entirely new way of observing the universe. Instead of only seeing the cosmos with light, humanity can now listen to the gentle vibrations of space-time itself. Even now, countless gravitational waves are quietly passing through Earth, through your room, and even through your body, unnoticed but ever-present, carrying stories from distant corners of the universe. Fact 47. The largest structures in the universe are made of galaxies. A single galaxy is astonishingly large, containing millions or even trillions of stars. Yet galaxies themselves are only tiny building blocks of something even greater. Across the universe, galaxies gather together in enormous groups called clusters. These clusters then connect through vast filaments of galaxies, creating an immense structure known as the cosmic web. Between these glowing filaments lie enormous empty regions called cosmic voids, some spanning hundreds of millions of light years. If you could zoom far enough away, the universe would resemble an intricate three-dimensional web of light stretching endlessly through space. This breathtaking pattern formed gradually over billions of years under the influence of gravity. Every galaxy, including our own Milky Way, occupies a tiny place within this magnificent cosmic network. The universe is not randomly scattered. It possesses a quiet, elegant structure on the grandest scales imaginable. Fact 48. The moon always shows us the same face. Have you ever noticed that the familiar dark and bright patterns on the moon never seem to change? That's because the moon always presents nearly the same side toward Earth. This happens through a process called tidal locking. Long ago, the moon rotated much faster than it does today. Over millions of years, Earth's gravity gradually slowed its rotation until the moon's spin matched the time it takes to orbit our planet, about 27.3 days. As a result, the same hemisphere constantly faces Earth while the opposite side, often called the far side, remained unseen until spacecraft finally photographed it in the 20th century. Contrary to popular belief, the far side is not permanently dark. It receives just as much sunlight as the side we see. It simply faces away from us. Tonight, as moonlight quietly brightens the landscape below, one half of the moon watches over Earth while the other silently gazes into deep space. Fact 49. Tiny meteors visit Earth every day. Every day, Earth quietly travels through streams of tiny particles left behind by comets and asteroids. Most of these particles are no larger than grains of sand. As they enter our atmosphere at incredible speeds, friction with the air causes them to heat up and glow brilliantly for just a few seconds. We call these beautiful streaks of light shooting stars, although they are not stars at all. Nearly all of them burn up completely long before reaching the ground. On certain nights each year, Earth passes through especially dense streams of cosmic dust, producing spectacular meteor showers with dozens or even hundreds of meteors every hour. While you sleep tonight, countless tiny visitors from space will quietly meet Earth's atmosphere, creating brief flashes of light above oceans, forests, deserts, and mountains. Most will go completely unnoticed, adding one more peaceful rhythm to the life of our planet. Fact 50. The universe invites us to wonder. As we reach the halfway point of our journey through 100 sleepy facts about outer space, perhaps the most remarkable truth is not any single discovery, but the feeling they inspire. The universe is vast beyond imagination, filled with ancient stars, silent planets, hidden oceans, wandering worlds, glowing nebulae, mysterious black holes, and galaxies stretching farther than our minds can truly comprehend. Yet despite its immense scale, it also gives us moments of quiet comfort. A moon rising above the horizon, a gentle meteor crossing the night sky, or the familiar stars appearing one by one after sunset. Every great discovery began with someone looking upward and asking a simple question. Tonight, you have done the same. As your breathing slows and your thoughts become lighter, remember that you are part of this extraordinary cosmos. Made from ancient stardust, carried aboard a small blue planet, and surrounded by an endless universe, you are taking part in one of the greatest stories ever told. And somewhere, far beyond the reach of our telescopes, the next wonderful mystery is already waiting to be discovered. Fact 51. The sun is traveling through a giant cloud of space. Although our solar system feels permanent and still, it is quietly moving through the Milky Way. As it travels around the center of our galaxy, it also drifts through enormous regions of interstellar gas and dust. Right now, astronomers believe the sun is passing through a relatively small region called the local interstellar cloud. This cloud is incredibly thin, far emptier than even the best vacuum created on Earth, but it stretches across dozens of light years. The sun's powerful solar wind pushes against this surrounding material, creating a protective bubble known as the heliosphere. This invisible shield helps protect the planets from many high-energy particles arriving from deep space. Our entire solar system has been sailing through this gentle cosmic cloud for thousands of years and will continue doing so for many thousands more. It is comforting to imagine that, even as we sleep, our sun quietly carries us through an ocean of stars, dust, and invisible gas on an ancient voyage across the galaxy. Fact 52. Some stars live for trillions of years. Human lives last decades, civilizations last centuries, and even mountains slowly change over millions of years. But some stars measure their lives on a scale almost beyond imagination. The smallest stars, called red dwarfs, burn their fuel so slowly that they may continue shining for trillions of years. That is hundreds of times longer than the universe has existed so far. Because they use their hydrogen with remarkable efficiency, these tiny stars glow gently and steadily for unimaginable lengths of time. In fact, scientists believe that not a single red dwarf has yet reached the end of its natural life because the universe is still too young. Long after larger stars like our sun have faded away, countless red dwarfs may continue quietly illuminating the darkness. They are the patient keepers of cosmic time, shining with extraordinary calm while galaxies slowly evolve around them. Fact 53. Earth is wrapped in an invisible magnetic shield. Our beautiful blue planet is surrounded by something we cannot see but depend upon every day, a magnetic field. Generated deep within Earth's liquid iron core, this invisible shield stretches tens of thousands of kilometers into space. It acts like a protective umbrella, deflecting many of the charged particles streaming outward from the sun. Without this magnetic field, Earth's atmosphere could gradually be stripped away over immense periods of time, making life far more difficult. Occasionally, some of these energetic particles slip toward the polar regions, where they collide with atoms high above the planet. The result is the breathtaking display of the auroras, dancing gracefully across the northern and southern skies. This invisible guardian works continuously, day and night, quietly protecting our world without asking for recognition. Every peaceful evening beneath the stars is made a little safer by this remarkable magnetic shield. Fact 54. There may be more planets than stars. For thousands of years, people believed that stars were the main inhabitants of the universe. Today, astronomers know that planets are astonishingly common. Since the discovery of the first planet orbiting another sun-like star in the 1990s, scientists have confirmed thousands of exoplanets. Careful observations now suggest that most stars probably have at least one planet, while many possess entire families of worlds. Some stars host giant gas planets larger than Jupiter. Others have rocky planets similar in size to Earth. Some systems contain tightly packed worlds orbiting close together, while others stretch across vast distances. Considering the hundreds of billions of stars in our galaxy alone, there may be hundreds of billions, or even trillions, of planets waiting to be explored. Somewhere among them may be quiet oceans, snowy mountains, colorful sunsets, or skies unlike anything we have ever imagined. The universe appears to be wonderfully generous when it comes to creating new worlds. Fact 55. The night sky has inspired humanity for thousands of years. Long before telescopes, satellites, or spacecraft existed, people looked upward with curiosity and wonder. Ancient civilizations carefully observed the stars, using them to navigate oceans, predict the changing seasons, plant crops, and tell unforgettable stories. The Greeks imagined mighty heroes among the constellations. Ancient Egyptians aligned monuments with celestial events. Indigenous cultures around the world developed rich traditions based on the movements of the stars, the moon, and the planets, passing this knowledge from one generation to the next. Although modern science has transformed our understanding of the universe, the feeling of wonder remains remarkably unchanged. Tonight, as you lie comfortably beneath the same sky that inspired countless generations before you, you are sharing an experience that connects you with nearly every human who has ever lived. Across thousands of years and countless cultures, people have paused, looked upward, and quietly wondered what lies beyond. That simple act of curiosity continues to unite us beneath the endless canopy of stars. Fact 56. Space is completely silent. In many science fiction movies, enormous explosions echo across space, and spacecraft roar as they race between the stars. Real space is very different. It is almost completely silent. Sound is created by vibrations traveling through a material such as air, water, or solid objects. Since the vacuum of space contains far too few particles to carry those vibrations, ordinary sound simply cannot travel there. If two astronauts floated only a few meters apart without radios, they would not be able to hear each other speak, no matter how loudly they shouted. Instead, communication depends entirely on radio signals, which can travel through the vacuum at the speed of light. This remarkable silence gives space a peaceful quality unlike anywhere on Earth. Imagine drifting gently above our blue planet, surrounded by brilliant stars, with nothing but complete stillness stretching endlessly in every direction. It is a quiet so profound that it has remained undisturbed for billions of years. Fact 57. Mars has the largest canyon in the solar system. Earth is home to breathtaking canyons carved by rivers over millions of years, but Mars possesses one that makes them all seem tiny by comparison. The canyon system called Valles Marineris stretches for about 4,000 kilometers across the Martian surface. In some places it reaches depths of nearly 7 kilometers and widths of more than 200 kilometers. If it were placed on Earth, it would span almost the entire width of the United States. Scientists believe this enormous canyon formed as the Martian crust slowly cracked and stretched billions of years ago, rather than being carved primarily by flowing water. Towering cliffs, steep valleys, and ancient landslides make it one of the most dramatic landscapes ever discovered. If you could stand on its edge, the opposite side might disappear into the hazy distance beyond the horizon. Mars quietly preserves this colossal scar from its ancient past, offering us a glimpse into the powerful forces that once shaped the red planet. Fact 58. The universe has no known center. It is natural to imagine the universe expanding outward from a single central point, much like fireworks exploding into the night sky. Surprisingly, that is not how astronomers understand the expansion of the universe. According to our best current models, space itself is expanding everywhere at once. There is no known central location from which everything is moving away. An easy way to picture this is to imagine tiny dots drawn on the surface of an inflating balloon. As the balloon grows, every dot moves farther away from every other dot, yet no dot occupies the center of the balloon's surface. In a similar way, every distant galaxy observes other galaxies moving away from it. This means that wherever you happen to be in the universe, it appears as though everything else is expanding away from you. It is a fascinating reminder that the universe often behaves in ways that challenge our everyday intuition. Fact 59. Stars are born in families. Although we often picture stars shining alone in the night sky, many begin their lives together. Inside enormous clouds of gas and dust, gravity slowly gathers material into multiple dense regions at the same time. As these regions collapse, clusters of young stars are born side by side, like siblings emerging from the same cosmic nursery. Some remain gravitationally bound for millions of years, while others gradually drift apart as they orbit the galaxy. Our own sun was almost certainly born within such a stellar family around 4.6 billion years ago. Over immense stretches of time, its siblings scattered throughout the Milky Way, each following its own path through space. Today, astronomers continue searching for these long-lost relatives by comparing their chemical compositions and motions. Somewhere among the hundreds of billions of stars in our galaxy, there may be suns that shared the same birthplace as ours before quietly setting off on their own ancient journeys. Fact 60. Every night sky is a reminder of how small and wonderful we are. As we come to the 60th sleepy fact, take one final slow look upward in your imagination. Above you stretches a universe filled with galaxies beyond counting, stars older than our planet, silent black holes, hidden oceans, drifting comets, glowing nebulae, and worlds that may never be visited. Against that immense backdrop, Earth is a tiny blue home circling one ordinary star in one ordinary galaxy. Yet this small world has produced something extraordinary. Beings capable of wondering about the universe itself. Every telescope ever built, every spacecraft ever launched, and every question ever asked began with someone quietly looking at the stars. Tonight, you are part of that same timeless tradition. As your breathing becomes slower and your eyelids grow heavier, remember that the universe asks nothing of you except to exist within it. Rest peacefully, knowing that while you sleep, the planets will continue their gentle orbits, the stars will keep shining, and the cosmos will carry on its endless, beautiful dance, just as it has for billions of years. Fact 61. The edge of space begins closer than you might think. When we picture outer space, it often feels unimaginably far away. Yet the boundary commonly used to mark the beginning of space, known as the Kármán line, is about 100 kilometers above Earth's surface. While that sounds like a long distance, it is much closer than many people expect. If you could drive straight upward at highway speeds, you would reach this altitude in about an hour. Above this height, Earth's atmosphere becomes so thin that ordinary aircraft can no longer generate enough lift to fly. Beyond this invisible boundary begins the realm where satellites orbit, astronauts float, and the familiar blue sky gradually fades into the endless blackness of space. It is remarkable to think that the gateway to the universe lies just a short distance above the clouds, quietly waiting beyond the atmosphere that protects all life on Earth. Fact 62. Earth's atmosphere glows every night. Even on the darkest nights, when the moon has disappeared and city lights are far away, Earth's atmosphere is never completely dark. High above the surface, atoms and molecules absorb energy from sunlight during the day. As night falls, they slowly release some of that stored energy as a faint natural glow called airglow. Unlike the colorful auroras, which appear mainly near the poles, airglow surrounds the entire planet every night. It is far too faint for most people to notice with their eyes, but astronauts aboard spacecraft often photograph this delicate green and reddish glow outlining Earth's horizon. From space, it looks like a thin, luminous blanket wrapped gently around our planet. This quiet glow is another reminder that Earth is alive with subtle beauty, even while most of its inhabitants are peacefully asleep. Fact 63. A spoonful of the sun would be incredibly heavy. The sun may appear soft and gentle in the sky, but deep inside it, matter exists under extraordinary conditions. The pressure at its core is so immense that hydrogen atoms are squeezed together, allowing nuclear fusion to occur. This process releases the energy that has warmed Earth for billions of years. If it were somehow possible to safely bring a single spoonful of material from the sun's dense interior to Earth, something completely impossible in reality, it would weigh hundreds of kilograms because of its tremendous density. Of course, no container could survive the sun's temperatures, and the material would instantly change if removed from those extreme conditions. Even so, this thought experiment helps us appreciate the astonishing power hidden within our ordinary-looking star. Every sunrise is powered by forces far beyond anything we experience on Earth. Fact 64. The oldest light you see is billions of years old. On a clear evening, many of the stars visible to your eyes are only a few hundred light years away. But through powerful telescopes, astronomers can observe galaxies so distant that their light has been traveling for more than 13 billion years. Those faint photons began their journey before Earth existed, before our sun was born, and before the Milky Way had fully taken shape. By capturing this ancient light, telescopes allow us to study the early universe almost as if we were looking back through time itself. Every distant galaxy becomes a window into cosmic history. It is astonishing to realize that some of the light arriving at Earth tonight began its voyage when the universe was still in its infancy. The night sky is not only beautiful, it is also a vast archive of the past, patiently delivering messages across billions of years. Fact 65. Somewhere, another Earth may exist. One of the most comforting questions humanity has ever asked is whether another world like ours exists somewhere among the stars. Over the past few decades, astronomers have discovered thousands of planets orbiting distant suns, including many rocky worlds located within the habitable zone, where temperatures might allow liquid water to exist. Although no true twin of Earth has yet been confirmed, The sheer number of stars and planets suggests that worlds with similar conditions could be common throughout the galaxy. Some may have blue oceans reflecting unfamiliar constellations. Others may have towering forests beneath red sunsets or icy mountains beneath two moons. Whether any of these planets host life remains one of science's greatest unanswered questions. Until we know the answer, the possibility itself is wonderfully inspiring. Somewhere beneath another distant sky, another quiet evening may be unfolding, another world turning gently through space, beneath stars that no human has ever seen. Fact 66. Light is the fastest traveler we know. Nothing in the known universe travels faster than light. Every second, a beam of light races through space at nearly 300,000 kilometers per second. At that incredible speed, light could circle Earth about 7.5 times in just 1 second. Even so, the universe is so unimaginably vast that light still needs time to cross it. Sunlight takes about 8 minutes to reach Earth, while light from Neptune requires more than 4 hours. A signal traveling to the nearest star beyond our Sun would take over 4 years to arrive. Looking across the cosmos teaches us patience. Even the fastest traveler in nature must spend years, centuries, or billions of years crossing the immense distances between the stars. As you relax tonight, countless beams of ancient starlight are quietly completing journeys that began long before modern civilization ever existed. Fact 67. The rings of Saturn are surprisingly thin. Saturn's magnificent rings stretch across hundreds of thousands of kilometers, making them one of the most beautiful sights in the solar system. From a distance, they appear thick and solid, almost like enormous disks wrapped around the planet. In reality, they are astonishingly thin. Most parts of the main ring system are only about 10 to 100 meters thick, despite spanning nearly 300,000 kilometers from one side to the other. The rings are made of billions upon billions of icy particles, ranging in size from tiny grains to chunks as large as houses. Each fragment quietly orbits Saturn according to the laws of gravity, creating the graceful patterns we admire through telescopes. If you could somehow stand within the rings, you would not see one continuous sheet of ice. Instead, you would find countless individual pieces drifting peacefully together in an endless celestial ballet. Fact 68. Stars can have more than one sun. Our solar system has only one star, so it feels natural to imagine that every planetary system works the same way. Yet throughout the Milky Way, many stars are part of binary or even triple star systems. Two stars may orbit one another for billions of years, locked together by gravity in a graceful cosmic dance. Some planetary systems even contain planets that orbit both stars at once. Imagine standing on such a world and watching two suns slowly rise above the horizon, filling the landscape with twin shadows. At sunset, the sky might glow with two different colors before darkness finally arrives. These remarkable systems remind us that the universe is wonderfully creative. Our single-sun solar system is only one of many possible ways nature arranges the stars. Fact 69. Tiny dust grains help create entire planets. Every mountain, every pebble, every beach, and every planet began with something incredibly small. In the swirling disks of gas and dust surrounding young stars, microscopic particles gently bump into one another. Some stick together, forming slightly larger grains. Over millions of years, these clumps continue growing into rocks, then boulders, then mountain-sized objects known as planetesimals. Gravity gradually pulls these building blocks together until entire planets are born. Earth itself began as nothing more than tiny particles drifting around the newborn sun over 4.5 billion years ago. The same simple process continues today around young stars throughout our galaxy. It is a peaceful reminder that even the grandest worlds begin with the smallest beginnings. Great things often grow slowly, patiently, and almost invisibly over immense stretches of time. Fact 70. The universe never truly sleeps. As night settles over your part of the world, billions of other places across the universe remain wonderfully active. Somewhere, a new star is being born inside a glowing nebula. Somewhere else, a distant planet is completing another quiet orbit around its sun. A comet may be gliding silently through the darkness, while far away, two galaxies continue their slow approach toward one another. On Earth, people are sleeping, waking, dreaming, exploring, and gazing upward beneath different skies. The universe follows no single clock. Every moment is both a beginning and an ending somewhere among the stars. Yet despite all this activity, the cosmos moves with extraordinary patience. Galaxies evolve over billions of years, stars shine for millions or even trillions of years, and planets quietly circle their suns without hurry. As you drift closer to sleep, it is comforting to know that the universe will continue its endless, peaceful rhythm through the night, gently carrying every world, including our own, forward into tomorrow. Fact 71. The sun has been rising for more than 4 billion years. Every sunrise can feel like a brand new beginning. Yet our sun has been performing this same daily miracle for an astonishing length of time. Formed about 4.6 billion years ago, the sun began shining long before Earth had oceans, continents, or even a solid surface. During its lifetime, it has illuminated the age of dinosaurs, the rise of mammals, the evolution of humanity, and every civilization that has ever existed. Every sunrise you've ever seen is part of an unbroken chain stretching back billions of years. Even more remarkable, the sun is only about halfway through its expected life. It will continue shining steadily for another 5 billion years before entering a new stage of its evolution. Every peaceful dawn reminds us that some of nature's greatest wonders happen so regularly that we sometimes forget just how extraordinary they truly are. Fact 72. Earth's shadow paints the sky at sunset. When the sun disappears below the horizon, something beautiful begins to happen behind us. As sunlight continues to shine through Earth's atmosphere, our planet casts an enormous shadow into space. On clear evenings, this shadow can sometimes be seen as a deep blue band rising opposite the setting sun. Above it appears a soft pink glow known as the belt of Venus, created as sunlight scatters through the atmosphere. Although these colors seem magical, they are simply the result of our planet standing between the sun and the darkness of space. Every sunset quietly paints Earth's own shadow across the sky. It is one of the most peaceful reminders that we live on a round world gently floating through the cosmos, surrounded by light and darkness in an endless daily rhythm. Fact 73. The Milky Way contains hundreds of billions of stars. On a dark, moonless night far from city lights, you may see a pale band of light stretching across the sky. That glowing ribbon is the Milky Way, our home galaxy. To the naked eye, it looks like a soft cloud because the light of countless distant stars blends together. Astronomers estimate that the Milky Way contains between 100 and 400 billion stars, although the exact number remains uncertain. Many of these stars have their own families of planets, moons, and perhaps even comets and asteroids. Our sun is just one ordinary member of this enormous galactic community. If you could visit a different planet around another star, the Milky Way might look slightly different, yet it would still appear as a magnificent river of starlight arching across the heavens. Every clear night offers us a small glimpse into the immense city of stars we call home. Fact 74. Tiny space rocks tell ancient stories. Not every rock drifting through space is large enough to become an asteroid or planet. Many are much smaller, yet they carry priceless information about the birth of the solar system. These ancient fragments have remained largely unchanged for more than 4.5 billion years, preserving clues from the earliest days of planetary formation. Scientists study meteorites that fall to Earth because they often contain minerals older than any rocks found on our planet. Some even hold tiny grains that formed before the sun itself was born. By carefully examining these space rocks, researchers learn how planets formed, how water may have arrived on Earth, and what conditions existed when the solar system was still young. Every small meteorite is like a page from an ancient history book, patiently waiting for someone to read its remarkable story. Fact 75. Looking up connects us across time. Thousands of years ago, someone stood beneath the same stars you can see tonight. Perhaps it was an ancient shepherd watching over a quiet hillside, a sailor navigating across a calm sea, a philosopher wondering about the heavens, or a child asking simple questions about the bright lights overhead. Although their world was completely different from ours, they shared the same sense of wonder. They watched the moon change its shape, admired shooting stars, and searched for familiar constellations. Today, modern telescopes have revealed galaxies beyond imagination and planets orbiting distant suns, yet the feeling remains unchanged. Looking up at the night sky connects us not only to the universe, but also to every generation that has ever lived. Across cultures, languages, and centuries, people have paused beneath the stars, taken a deep breath, and quietly wondered what lies beyond. Tonight, you become part of that timeless tradition, joining countless dreamers who have found peace in the endless beauty of the cosmos. Fact 76. Every galaxy is moving through space. When we see photographs of galaxies, they appear frozen in place, like beautiful islands of light suspended in the darkness. In reality, every galaxy is constantly moving. The Milky Way, our home galaxy, is traveling through space along with dozens of neighboring galaxies that make up the local group. At the same time, the entire local group is moving toward an even larger collection of galaxies under the gentle pull of gravity. These enormous motions happen over such vast distances and timescales that they are impossible to notice during a human lifetime. Yet every star, every planet, and every person on Earth is quietly taking part in this grand cosmic journey. As you rest tonight, you are traveling with an entire galaxy through the universe, carried along by forces that have been at work for billions of years. Fact 77. Some stars end their lives as beautiful nebulae. Not every star ends with a dramatic explosion. Stars about the size of our sun experience a much gentler farewell. As they run low on fuel, they slowly expand into red giants before releasing their outer layers into space. These glowing shells of gas form breathtaking objects called planetary nebulae. Despite their name, they have nothing to do with planets. Early astronomers simply thought they resembled tiny planets through their telescopes. The colorful clouds, often glowing blue, green, pink, or gold, continue expanding for thousands of years before gradually fading into the darkness. At the center remains a tiny, incredibly dense white dwarf, the quiet core of the once brilliant star. The gas drifting away will eventually become part of new stars and planets, continuing the endless cycle of creation throughout the galaxy. Even in its final moments, a star leaves behind something beautiful. Fact 78. Earth travels through space faster than you feel. Right now, as you relax comfortably, it probably feels as though you are perfectly still. But appearances can be wonderfully deceptive. Earth spins on its axis at up to 1,670 kilometers per hour near the equator. At the same time, it orbits the Sun at around 107,000 kilometers per hour. The Sun itself circles the center of the Milky Way at roughly 800,000 kilometers per hour, while the entire galaxy is also moving through the universe. All of these motions combine into an extraordinary journey that never pauses. Yet because everything around us moves together so smoothly, we feel none of it. There are no sudden jolts, no rushing wind, and no sense of motion. It is as though our entire world is quietly sailing through the cosmos aboard the most peaceful spacecraft imaginable. Fact 79. Tiny ice crystals can sparkle around distant stars. Throughout the cold regions of space, microscopic crystals of frozen water drift quietly among clouds of gas and dust. These tiny grains may seem insignificant, yet they play an important role in the formation of planets and comets. In the chilly outer regions surrounding young stars, water molecules freeze onto dust particles, creating delicate icy coatings. Over millions of years, these frozen grains gently stick together, forming larger objects that eventually become comets, moons, and even planets. Some of the water in Earth's oceans may have arrived long ago through impacts from icy bodies that formed in these distant regions. Every snowflake that falls on Earth and every glacier that slowly moves across a mountain carries a connection to these ancient cosmic processes. Water, one of life's most precious ingredients, has been quietly traveling through space for billions of years before becoming part of our beautiful blue world. Fact 80. The universe rewards those who wonder. As we arrive at our 80th sleepy fact, perhaps the greatest lesson from outer space is not simply how large it is, but how much there is still to discover. Every generation has believed it understood the universe better than the one before, and every generation has also uncovered new mysteries waiting just beyond the horizon. New planets continue to be found. New galaxies appear in deeper telescope images. Strange signals, unusual stars, and unexplained phenomena remind scientists that the cosmos still holds countless secrets. That endless sense of discovery is one of the universe's greatest gifts. It teaches us that curiosity never truly ends. Tonight, as your eyes grow heavier and your thoughts drift peacefully among the stars, remember that somewhere, perhaps at this very moment, a new discovery is quietly waiting to be made. The universe is vast, patient, and full of wonder, and tomorrow, it will still be there, inviting us to look up once again. Fact 81. Earth's night sky is constantly changing. It may seem as though the night sky repeats itself every evening, with the same familiar stars returning to their places. In reality, the sky is always changing. As Earth orbits the Sun throughout the year, we face different directions into the Milky Way. This is why the constellations of winter slowly give way to those of spring, summer, and autumn. Orion dominates many winter evenings, while the summer triangle shines brightly during the warmer months. Even the planets wander among the stars, slowly changing position from week to week. If you step outside on the same date every year, you'll notice the stars are almost exactly where they were before, continuing their dependable rhythm. The night sky is like a giant cosmic calendar, quietly marking the passage of time with graceful precision. Every season offers a slightly different window into the vast universe surrounding our tiny world. Fact 82. White dwarfs slowly fade for billions of years. When stars similar to our Sun reach the end of their lives, they do not disappear all at once. After shedding their outer layers, they leave behind a glowing core known as a white dwarf. Although it is only about the size of Earth, a white dwarf contains roughly the same mass as the Sun, making it incredibly dense. It no longer produces energy through nuclear fusion, but it remains intensely hot because of the heat stored during its long lifetime. Over billions of years, this tiny stellar ember slowly cools, becoming dimmer and dimmer. Scientists predict that, after an unimaginably long time, it will eventually become a cold object called a black dwarf. However, the universe is not yet old enough for any black dwarfs to exist. Every white dwarf shining tonight is still quietly releasing the warmth of a star that lived long ago. Fact 83. Our galaxy has satellite galaxies. The Milky Way does not travel through the universe alone. Just as planets orbit stars, smaller galaxies orbit larger ones. Around our home galaxy are dozens of tiny satellite galaxies, each containing millions or billions of stars. Two of the most famous are the Large Magellanic Cloud and the Small Magellanic Cloud, both visible from the southern hemisphere as faint glowing patches in the night sky. Over billions of years, gravity slowly pulls these smaller galaxies toward the Milky Way. Some may eventually merge with our galaxy, adding their stars to its spiral arms. Others continue their graceful orbits, quietly accompanying us on our journey through space. Together, these neighboring galaxies form a small family, bound together by gravity across unimaginable distances. Fact 84. Cosmic rays pass through you every day. At this very moment, tiny particles from deep space are passing through Earth's atmosphere, and many continue right through your body without causing any harm. These particles are called cosmic rays, and they originate from energetic events such as exploding stars, active galaxies, and perhaps even more mysterious sources. When cosmic rays collide with atoms high in the atmosphere, they create showers of smaller particles that rain gently toward Earth's surface. Every second, thousands of these tiny particles pass through you completely unnoticed. They move so quickly and interact so rarely with ordinary matter that you never feel them. It is remarkable to realize that, even while resting quietly, you are connected to distant events happening across the galaxy. The universe is constantly reaching out to Earth in subtle, invisible ways. Fact 85. The stars above tonight will welcome tomorrow. As our journey continues, imagine stepping outside just before dawn. The air is cool, the world is quiet, and countless stars still sparkle overhead. Within minutes, the eastern horizon begins to brighten. One by one, the stars gently fade, not because they have disappeared, but because the growing sunlight outshines them. Throughout the day, those same stars remain exactly where they have always been, patiently waiting behind the brilliant blue sky. When evening arrives once more, they return as faithful companions, just as they have for countless generations. There is something deeply comforting about this dependable rhythm. No matter how busy life becomes, the universe continues its quiet cycle of day and night, sunrise and sunset, starlight and dawn. As you drift towards sleep tonight, remember that the stars are never truly gone. They are always there, shining steadily beyond the daylight, waiting to welcome another peaceful night beneath the endless sky. Fact 86. The first stars changed the universe forever. After the Big Bang, the universe was a very different place. There were no planets, no galaxies, and no stars lighting the darkness. For hundreds of millions of years, the cosmos remained mostly dark as clouds of hydrogen and helium slowly gathered together under gravity. Eventually, the very first stars ignited. These pioneers were enormous, incredibly bright, and much hotter than many stars we see today. Their powerful light ended what astronomers sometimes call the cosmic dark ages, illuminating the young universe for the first time. Inside these ancient giants, the first heavy elements began to form, elements like carbon, oxygen, and iron that would later become essential for rocky planets and living creatures. Although those first stars lived only a few million years before ending in spectacular explosions, their legacy continues today. Every tree, every mountain, every ocean, and every person exists because those earliest stars transformed a simple universe into one capable of creating worlds like ours. Even now, their ancient work continues to shape the cosmos. Fact 87. Time moves differently in space. Most of us think of time as flowing at exactly the same speed everywhere. Yet according to Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, time can actually pass at different rates depending on gravity and speed. Near a very massive object, such as a black hole, gravity is so powerful that time slows down compared with places farther away. Likewise, objects traveling at extremely high speeds experience time a little differently than those at rest. Astronauts aboard the International Space Station move so quickly around Earth that they experience tiny effects of time dilation. These differences are incredibly small, amounting to only fractions of a second over long periods. But they are real and have even been measured with highly accurate clocks. The GPS satellites that help us navigate every day must account for these relativistic effects to remain precise. It is remarkable to realize that time itself is not perfectly fixed. The universe quietly stretches and bends it, just as it bends space. Fact 88. The sun's light begins a long journey before reaching you. When sunlight warms your face on a peaceful morning, it feels almost immediate. But every ray of sunshine has completed an extraordinary journey. Deep within the sun's core, energy is created through nuclear fusion. The tiny particles of light produced there do not travel straight to the surface. Instead, they spend hundreds of thousands of years, and possibly even longer, bouncing randomly through the dense interior of the sun before finally escaping into space. Once they leave the sun's surface, however, they travel to Earth in just over 8 minutes. This means the sunlight shining on you today may have begun its journey inside the sun long before modern humans existed. Every sunrise carries with it a story that has unfolded over immense stretches of time, making each warm beam of light even more remarkable than it first appears. Fact 89. The universe is filled with giant clouds of hydrogen. Hydrogen is the simplest and most abundant element in the universe. Between the stars lie enormous clouds of hydrogen gas stretching across dozens or even hundreds of light years. Some of these clouds remain calm and quiet for millions of years, while others slowly collapse under gravity, eventually giving birth to new stars. As newborn stars ignite, their brilliant light illuminates the surrounding gas, creating glowing nebulae that appear like colorful works of art floating through space. These hydrogen clouds are the universe's greatest reservoirs of raw material, patiently supplying future generations of stars and planets. Every atom of hydrogen in the water you drink was formed shortly after the Big Bang, making it one of the oldest substances in existence. In a very real sense, every glass of water contains atoms that are almost as old as the universe itself. Fact 90. Home is a tiny blue world in a vast universe. As we reach our 90th sleepy fact, it is worth pausing to appreciate the place we call home. From far beyond the orbit of Pluto, Earth appears as a tiny pale blue dot suspended in a sunbeam. Every ocean, forest, mountain, city, animal, and person who has ever lived exists on this single small world. From the perspective of the universe, our planet is almost unimaginably tiny. Yet within this tiny sphere exists extraordinary beauty, kindness, curiosity, music, laughter, and love. Earth may be just one planet among countless others, but it is the only home we have ever known. As you prepare to drift into peaceful sleep, remember that you are safely resting aboard this beautiful blue world as it quietly circles the sun beneath an endless sky filled with stars. There is something deeply comforting about knowing that, despite the vastness of the universe, home is never very far away. Fact 91. The universe is still full of mysteries. Even after centuries of exploration, powerful telescopes, robotic spacecraft, and remarkable discoveries, humanity has only begun to understand the universe. Scientists have mapped nearby planets, photographed distant galaxies, detected gravitational waves, and even captured images of black holes. Yet many of the biggest questions remain unanswered. What exactly is dark matter? Why is the expansion of the universe speeding up? Are we alone among the stars? How did the very first galaxies form? Every answer leads to new questions, making astronomy one of humanity's greatest adventures. Rather than being disappointing, these mysteries are wonderfully inspiring. They remind us that the universe is far larger than our current knowledge, and that future generations will continue making discoveries we cannot yet imagine. Somewhere, hidden among billions of galaxies, countless secrets are quietly waiting for curious minds to uncover them. Fact 92. Every eclipse is a perfect cosmic coincidence. One of the most breathtaking events visible from Earth is a total solar eclipse. During these rare moments, the moon passes directly between Earth and the sun, completely covering the sun's brilliant face and revealing its delicate outer atmosphere, called the corona. What makes this possible is an extraordinary coincidence. Although the sun is about 400 times wider than the moon, it is also roughly 400 times farther away. As a result, both appear almost exactly the same size in our sky. This remarkable balance allows the moon to fit almost perfectly over the sun during a total eclipse. Because the moon is slowly drifting away from Earth each year, this perfect alignment will not last forever. Millions of years from now, total solar eclipses may no longer occur. We are fortunate to live during a period of history when this beautiful celestial performance is still possible. Fact 93. Spacecraft can use gravity like a slingshot. Traveling across the solar system requires enormous amounts of energy, but engineers have discovered an elegant way to save fuel. By carefully flying a spacecraft close to a planet, they can use the planet's gravity to change the spacecraft's speed and direction. This technique is known as a gravity assist or gravitational slingshot. Imagine a skateboarder gently grabbing onto a moving carousel for just a moment before letting go and being carried away at a higher speed. Spacecraft perform a similar maneuver around planets such as Venus, Earth, Jupiter, and Saturn. Famous missions like the Voyager spacecraft used multiple gravity assists to visit several planets during a single journey. Instead of fighting gravity, these spacecraft work with it, turning the natural motion of the planets into a graceful cosmic dance that carries them farther into the unknown. Fact 94. The universe recycles everything. Nothing in the universe truly lasts forever. Yet almost nothing is ever completely wasted. Stars are born from giant clouds of gas and dust. During their lifetimes, they create heavier elements deep within their cores. When they eventually die, those elements are returned to space, where they become part of new stars, new planets, and perhaps even new forms of life. The iron in your blood, the calcium in your bones, the oxygen you breathe, and the carbon that makes life possible have all been recycled through ancient generations of stars. Even our own sun formed from material that belonged to older stars long ago. This endless cycle has continued for billions of years and will continue for billions more. The universe is the greatest recycler imaginable, patiently transforming old beginnings into beautiful new possibilities. Fact 95. Every night is an invitation to look up. As our journey nears its end, perhaps the simplest fact is also one of the most meaningful. Every clear night offers the same invitation that humanity has accepted for thousands of years: to pause, lift our eyes, and quietly admire the stars. You do not need an observatory or an expensive telescope to appreciate the universe. Even from your own backyard, a quiet park, or a peaceful countryside field, the night sky offers countless wonders. A bright planet may catch your attention. A familiar constellation may appear above the horizon. A shooting star might flash silently across the darkness. Every evening is slightly different, yet every evening reminds us that we are part of something vast, beautiful, and endlessly fascinating. Sometimes the greatest discoveries begin with nothing more than a single curious glance toward the sky. Fact 96. The last light of dying stars creates new beginnings. Every star has a story. Some shine quietly for billions of years, while others live short but brilliant lives. When a massive star finally reaches the end of its journey, it may explode in a spectacular supernova, briefly outshining an entire galaxy. Although this might sound like an ending, it is also the beginning of countless new stories. The explosion sends enormous clouds of enriched gas and dust drifting into space. Over millions of years, gravity gently gathers this material together once again, forming new stars, new planets, and perhaps even new forms of life. In this way, the universe constantly renews itself. Nothing is truly lost. Every ending quietly becomes another beginning. As you drift toward sleep, it is comforting to know that the cosmos has been patiently repeating this beautiful cycle for billions of years, creating fresh wonders from ancient starlight. Fact 97. Our sun is one star among hundreds of billions. During the day, the sun feels unique because it fills our sky with warmth and light. Yet if we could travel far beyond the solar system, our magnificent star would appear as just another tiny point of light among hundreds of billions of others in the Milky Way. Many of those distant stars have planets of their own. Some are larger than our sun, some are smaller, and many shine in different colors. Despite being ordinary on a galactic scale, the sun is extraordinary to us because it has provided a stable home for life on Earth for more than 4 billion years. It has watched continents drift, mountains rise, dinosaurs roam, and humanity appear. Every sunrise is a gentle reminder that even an ordinary star can make an extraordinary difference to the worlds that orbit it. Fact 98. The universe is more patient than we can imagine. Human lives are measured in years. Civilizations last centuries. Mountains slowly change over millions of years. But the universe keeps time on an entirely different scale. Galaxies take hundreds of millions of years to complete a single rotation. Tiny red dwarf stars may continue shining for trillions of years. Even the light reaching us from the most distant galaxies has traveled for more than 13 billion years. Compared with these immense stretches of time, our lives are wonderfully brief. Yet that does not make them less meaningful. Instead, it reminds us to appreciate each peaceful evening beneath the stars. The universe is never in a hurry. It allows stars to form slowly, planets to cool gradually, and galaxies to evolve with incredible patience. Tonight, perhaps we can borrow a little of that patience for ourselves, allowing our thoughts to slow down just as the cosmos has always done. Fact 99. Every person is made of stardust. Perhaps one of the most beautiful scientific discoveries ever made is that every person is literally connected to the stars. The carbon in your cells, the oxygen you breathe, the calcium in your bones, and the iron carried through your blood were all created inside ancient stars that lived and died billions of years before our solar system existed. Those elements drifted through space until they became part of the cloud that formed our sun, Earth, and eventually every living thing. In other words, the atoms that make up your body have already completed an extraordinary journey across the galaxy before becoming part of you. You are not simply living in the universe. You are the universe becoming aware of itself through curiosity, imagination, and wonder. Every heartbeat carries the legacy of ancient stars, quietly reminding us that we are deeply connected to the cosmos. Fact 100. Good night, universe. And so, we arrive at the final sleepy fact of tonight's journey. Over the past little while, we've wandered through glowing nebulae, ancient galaxies, silent black holes, hidden oceans beneath icy moons, magnificent rings of Saturn, wandering planets, distant suns, and the quiet rhythm of an ever-expanding universe. We've discovered that the light reaching our eyes began its journey billions of years ago, that every breath carries atoms forged inside ancient stars, that our tiny blue planet is traveling through the Milky Way at incredible speed, even though it feels perfectly still. And perhaps most comforting of all, we've learned that the universe is patient. It never rushes. Stars take millions of years to form. Galaxies drift together over billions of years. Even the oldest light in the universe continues its peaceful journey without hurry. As you lie comfortably beneath your blanket, remember that Earth is quietly turning beneath the night sky. The moon continues its gentle orbit. The planets follow their familiar paths around the sun. Beyond them, the Milky Way slowly spins through the darkness, while countless other galaxies continue their own graceful dances across the universe. Nothing asks anything of you tonight. There is nowhere you need to be. Nothing you need to solve before morning. The stars will still be there when you wake. The moon will continue its faithful journey. The universe will carry on exactly as it always has. Calm, beautiful, and endlessly inspiring. So let your breathing become slow and steady. Let every thought drift away like a tiny comet disappearing into the darkness. Imagine yourself floating peacefully beneath an infinite sky, filled with gentle starlight. The cosmos has watched over countless generations before us, and tonight, it quietly watches over you as well. Sleep peacefully, dream among the stars, and until our next journey through the universe. As our journey through the universe comes to a peaceful close, take one final slow, deep breath and simply enjoy the quiet stillness around you. Remember that while you sleep tonight, the Earth will continue its gentle rotation, the moon will keep circling our planet, and the stars will continue shining just as they have for billions of years. Every galaxy, every planet, and every distant nebula will remain on its own patient journey through the endless cosmos. There is nothing you need to do right now, nowhere you need to be, and nothing left to worry about until the morning comes. Allow every thought to drift away like a tiny star disappearing into the vast darkness of space. May your dreams be filled with peaceful galaxies, glowing constellations, and the quiet beauty of the infinite universe. If you enjoyed this relaxing journey through outer space, don't forget to gently like the video and subscribe for more sleepy science adventures. Thank you for spending part of your evening exploring the wonders of the cosmos with me. Until our next relaxing adventure among the stars, sleep deeply, dream peacefully, and wake refreshed for a brand new day. Good night, and may the universe always fill your heart with curiosity, peace, and wonder.